If you're enjoying this content, please hit that like and subscribe button. We need you here.
No wonder they're so mad lately. Holy cow. Welcome to Comic Artist Pro Secrets. It's me, your friend and host, Ethan Van Sciver, 29-year veteran of the comic book industry. Everything is proceeding as I have foreseen. 20 of those years were spent right here at DC Comics. I know this company pretty well. I really care about them. I wish them well. And I think this is actually could be good news for them. Before we get into this video, and it is a fascinating video, if you would do me the honor, those of you who are new around here, of hitting that subscribe button, ringing the bell for notifications, and joining this community. I would so much appreciate it. Those of you who are regulars, my regular loyal viewers, do what you always do. Hit that thumbs up. Share this video, and also, of course, everyone, no matter if you're a regular or brand new around here, leave me comments in the comment section below. Maybe you agree with me, maybe you don't. I'm interested in hearing. I read all of my comments and appreciate the interaction. And that having been said, let us move on to an article from Bleeding Cool. Oh my God, the infamous Bleeding Cool. But fortunately, it was not written by Rich Johnson. It was written by the guy who talks about toys, Tyler Roberts, who normally I would pay zero attention to. I mean, I like toys, I like statues, and I'm interested in them, but I would never make a video about a toy announcement, except for now. This is just amazing. As you may or may not know, DC Comics is in terrible trouble right now. They've been shifted from debt-ridden parent company, to another over and over again over the past couple of years, from AT&T, who purchased them. And they tried so hard. I mean, they worked so hard to be sold to AT&T. They were going to do this big event called 5G. Get it? It's the 5th generation of DC characters. And also, you guys have something called 5G too. So we belong together. And that didn't work out. AT&T was so badly in debt. They were hoping that Warner Brothers was going to, with HBO and all the DC characters and everything that came along with it, help pull them out of debt with their streaming service. But their streaming service just didn't work out that well. And they panicked. I mean, they panicked within months of owning this company. Shifted the company over to Discovery. David Zaslav is currently the CEO of the new company called Warner Brothers Discovery, and he is taking a hatchet to these terrible, terrible projects that were lined up by creative people, money-losing projects. He's going to do his own thing, okay? He's got his own agenda, and he is quickly becoming feared and hated by the radical left that has made its home in Warner Brothers, at DC Comics, basically in every avenue of entertainment, but particularly right here at Warner Brothers in DC. Slowly, these parasites have taken over all of DC Comics characters, all of their superhero characters. Remember the superheroes, the Super Friends, and all. They've all become homosexual, and I feel like they're doing it on purpose. I feel like they knew this was coming, and the creators over there just decided, you know what? Even Batman is gay. Okay, how do you like that? Those of you who didn't like what we're doing over here, didn't want to go along with our weird identity politics, social justice, weirdo program. All your characters are gay. Superman is gay. Wonder Woman is queer. Aquaman is gay. Hawkman is gay. Every single Flash is non-binary. And by the way, you didn't think we'd do it to Batman, did you? Batman is bisexual as well. Have a nice day. See you later. Now, I have watched this happen, and I've watched what David Zaslav has done. He's taken some drastic, bold moves. It has been my opinion that DC Comics as a publisher is probably the least important aspect of Warner Brothers, and not unlike what Warner Brothers DC did with their toys. They used to have a company called DC Direct that would produce all of their magnificent action figures and statues. Very expensive. I'm making a line of CYBERFROG, my own comic book, CYBERFROG action figures right now. I know firsthand the work and the money that goes into creating action figures. So they had that going on, constantly pumping out action figures. DC Direct was one of the first wings of DC Comics to go, and they were picked up by TODD MCFARLANE. And TODD MCFARLANE, who runs McFarlane Toys and owns Spawn and all of the stuff that goes along with that, he was happy to license the DC characters. He has been doing a great job, a bang-up job of producing DC Comics toys for DC. So basically he's just licensing them, or he's being paid to do it. I'm not really sure what their deal is. None of my business. But he's doing a fantastic job. So suddenly this article turns up, and this article confirms the suspicion that I've shared here. The question is, the comic books that DC puts out, the publishing. We know that David Zaslav doesn't care. He is not a comic book publisher. I do not believe he reads comics. I don't believe that David Zaslav gives a fig about comic books, and I don't think that he thinks it's important that his company continue to produce them. However, they do exist. The company exists. There is a rich tradition known as DC Comics, rich enough that perhaps he won't just kill the publishing line altogether, but he'll do exactly with the toys, or with the comics, what he did with the toys. He will license them over to somebody who they already have a successful business relationship with, and who knows how to publish comics. And that's been speculated to be either Robert Kirkman or Todd McFarlane. Okay, now we are now into speculation territory with a little bit, okay, understand, there are a lot of people out there that are just waiting for me to make a solid prediction here so that they can say, you are wrong, you are wrong. Here's what I'm saying. I'm saying right now it is very likely, this has been my prediction from the start, that Todd McFarlane is going to take over publishing of DC Comics to some degree. Whatever it's going to be. I'm not saying DC Comics is going to ever resemble what it has been or what it is right now, but this is fascinating. Check this out. Flash gets his own wave of DC Comics page punchers from McFarlane. What we have here is a very low-key announcement that Todd McFarlane has redesigned the Flash. As you can see, he's made his own. Look at this. This is Todd McFarlane's. Either Todd did this himself, or he hired somebody else to do it for him from his studio. But this is a unique Todd McFarlane version of the Flash. That's interesting. Okay. That's fine. He's not really doing that with his other characters. With the other DC characters, he hasn't redesigned any of them himself for his own action figures line. But what is fascinating is this right here. What is this? This is Flash #1. And I don't know, can we blow this up or not? Let's find out if we can blow it up. We get a little ad from Etsy here. Let me get rid of that by hitting that X. All right, so we can blow it up a little bit. Enough to see the credits there. Seeley, Collins, and I can't tell who the inker is, but this is a Flash #1 comic book that is about Todd's version of the Flash. Folks, Todd McFarlane hired Tim Seeley and Scott Collins, two DC Comics creators, to do a comic book that Todd is publishing. Now, Todd McFarlane has already done something called page punchers. Okay, these have existed in the past. What they've been is they've been miniature action figures that have been boxed with a previously published, pre-existing DC comic. This is the first time that Todd McFarlane has redesigned a DC character, not unlike what Rob Liefeld and Jim Lee did over at Marvel back in the 1990s, redesigned a character, and he has published a DC comic through, it still says DC up here, but this is Todd's published comic book. My friends, what does this mean? It looks very much to me like Todd McFarlane is going to be taking over publishing DC comic books. Okay? That's what this could mean. It could begin right here with this new, I guess Todd chose to do the Flash first. Flash is a very popular character. It is set for an October 2022 release. Is this the beginning of Todd McFarlane taking over publishing DC Comics? Boy, my friends, it certainly does look like it. Okay, it's going to start here. Maybe the idea is, let me just speculate with you. The idea is Todd has gotten the action figures to sell, but we can't really get the comic books to sell very well on their own. Maybe what we do is we launch a new Flash series with the action figure, and we do it that way. The action figures seem to be doing all right. They're in Target, they're in Walmart, they're in every major retail chain. This might be the best way to get these comic books into the hands of kids. Again, incredibly designed, it's a detailed 7-inch scaled figure based on the DC multiverse design. Blah blah blah. The Flash is based on the exclusive included comic designed by McFarlane Toys. Okay. McFarlane did this. The Flash comes with 2 Speed Force Lightning Bolt pieces. Figure is showcased. Collect all additional McFarlane Toys DC Page Punchers. All right. So, my friends, what do you think of this? What do you make of this? Has this ever happened before? Has DC ever licensed a comic book for commercial purposes, not to just some charity, to another comic book publisher? I know Marvel is doing it right now with IDW, Star Wars and Spider-Man, a few other things. DC, as far as I know, has never done this, so this is pretty interesting. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Am I going to have been proven correct again? Is this the beginning of Todd McFarlane taking over the publishing of DC Comics? This tiny little seed, will it grow into a mighty oak of EVS, Comic Artist Pro Secrets correctness? Could be. Thanks, everyone. Leave me comments. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you again soon with another video. Hello, Indiegogo backers. CyberFrog 2 Wrecked Planet Second Chance campaign is live on Indiegogo right now, just in time to join the fight for independent comics. We need your support. Back it today. Links in the description below.
The All Caps Comics eBay store is live for all of your non-soy comic book needs. Whether it's CyberFrog, Starblades, or Rainbow the Brute, ask for it in all caps. Check out the link in the description below. Hey, come follow me on Twitter, @EthanVanSkyver.